Hey, this is David Kern with HorseRacingNation.com. Going to talk about the Bluegrass Stakes running this weekend in Lexington at Keeneland. This is a big race, always a huge prep race, the Bluegrass is. This year, no exception. We have a couple really nice horses in here. We got a few horses off HorseRacingNation.com's top 50 in the Derby Power Rankings, starting with number 4, Odysseus. We've got number 5 also in Interactive, number 12, Aconite, and then we've also got Make Music For Me, who's 26, Pleasant Prince at 27, and First Dude coming in at 46. So this is a really deep field in here. When you look at it, it's a really tough pace to figure because there's no absolute must-make-the-lead type horse in this race. You have a few horses that have speed. You don't have any real absolute speedball. So you've got Odysseus, First Dude, Interactive. All these horses have speed. But these horses are all major contenders in this race, so it's going to be a real chess match to see who goes, who sits, who does what. It's going to be really interesting to see how that breaks down. Then behind those, you're going to have Patio Prado, Aconite, Make Music For Me. Back, all those horses are going to be right there. Then you've got Stately Victor, Codoy, Pleasantly Prince are all going to be kind of at the back of the pack early. So when I'm looking at this race, I don't see a ton of true speed in here, so I don't want to take one of these deep closers. Pleasant Prince is the morning line favorite. I think he's a horse you can take a shot against in here. Stately Victor and Codoy are dead closers. They're not fast enough anyway. They don't get a pace set up. Those horses are horses I really don't like in here. It leaves you looking at the horses that are going to be a little closer. Now, Make Music For Me, I don't like at all. He's coming out of a race, the Pasadena, where the second and third place finishers, Macias and Alfarabi, came back in the Transylvania last week at Keeneland. Both of them ran really bad. I think that race was really overrated. You love the story of Alexis Barba, but I just don't think this horse has a chance in here. When I get to the real contenders in this race, you've got Odysseus, but Odysseus is a horse that looked beat in Tampa, somehow re-rallied. I don't really trust this horse. I don't love coming off of 3 weeks rest, going a mile and an eighth again. He's lightly raced. He's only raced 4 times. I just think this looks like a horse that's going to need the race. When it comes right down to it for me, the 2 horses I'm stuck between, and really there's 3, but Interactive and Aconite, I think look like the strongest 2 contenders in here. Interactive ran a really good second in the San Felipe. Sydney's Candy beat him there. Interactive was really the only horse closing that day, and Sydney's Candy has proven to be a pretty good horse, so Interactive has a big shot in here. Aconite ran 3rd in the Fountain of Youth. Escandrea, obviously, is the horse to beat in the Derby. He won that race by daylight. Jackson Bend was 2nd, who ran 2nd in the Wood last week. Then behind that, you had horses like Pleasant Prince and Icebox, who came back to run 1-2 in the Florida Derby. Even though I don't like Pleasant Prince here, he's obviously a pretty good horse. So Aconite has a shot in here. But the horse I'm going to take at really a big price in here is Patio Prado. I think this horse has a big shot. Patio Prado broke his maiden last time out in the Palm Beach. Broke his maiden in a grade 3. It was on the turf, but he won by 2.5 lengths over Dean's Kitten. Dean's Kitten came back to win the Lanes End at Turfway a couple weeks ago, and Patio Prado has been absolutely blazing in the mornings at Keeneland. Worked 59-4 on March 27th, 59-3 on April the 3rd. That was the second fastest out of 52 works. The horse looks like he's getting good. He looks like he's coming into this race in good form. He's a huge prize in here. He's going to be 10 or 15 to 1. I think Patio Prado can really upset these. I think Aconite and Interactive are the 2 up there to use with him. I think some of these other horses are a little overrated. Odysseus, I think you can take a stand against here. Pleasantly Prince the same way. So I say stick with those 3. Check out the race at HorseRacingNation.com. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, and we'll see you all soon.